Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
The bravest thing that my dad has done has been going back to school.
It wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
The bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome into Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. I'm meteorologist Maggye waking up with you here on your Thursday morning. A few things you need to know as you head out the door. We got a few things going on right as you step out the door this morning. One of those is a dense fog advisory in place. We have visibility down throughout all of North Mississippi, so that's why that's in place. We'll talk about exactly where that's setting up in the next few seconds. Another thing is some scattered storms today, seeing some showers already pushing across the Mississippi River into our area this morning as well. So those two things you need to know out the door. But one thing that can hold off but is still prevalent is the better chances that we're going to be seeing for some rainfall as we head throughout our Friday. Let's start with out the door this morning first. Mainly northeast Mississippi dealing with this, but still folks closer to the Tennessee state line over northwest Mississippi. I'm talking Tunica, DeSoto, Tate County still dealing with that. But for the most part, this is a northeast Mississippi issue with, you can see visibility numbers down to even zero in some places from Atala County up into Webster County, Lee County, up into Alcorn and Tishomingo County as well. So definitely keeping our eye on these visibility concerns with dense fog in place. And because of that, a dense fog advisory in place for a good portion of the area. Not Atala County over into Bolivar and the Delta, but for the rest of us, seeing that dense fog advisory in place until 10 a.m. this morning. Take a look. The fog is setting up across the southeast. So if you're traveling down south, they're seeing that dense fog advisory from Jackson, Hattiesburg, Natchez, Meridian. Also, if you're traveling off into Alabama, take a look at the state of Alabama. The entire state has a dense fog advisory right now, including the entire state, I'm pretty sure, of Tennessee as well. So dense fog is pretty widespread, not even just across our area, but across the southeast this morning. So if you're traveling out there, probably going to be dealing with it at some time or at some point. Take a look at Mississippi Live radar this morning. I told you we're dealing with some rain out there. Not everybody, but some of us dealing with it, mainly for folks closer to, again, the Tennessee state line over in Tunica County. This is going to be passing in places like DeSoto and Tate County as well. So this is where we're looking at it. The main heaviest rainfall right now in Tunica County, stretching between Tunica and then as you head up into DeSoto County, you can kind of see those reds and yellows at play, lightning associated with this as well. Now, nothing severe, but not necessarily fun driving up 61 this morning from Tunica up across the Tennessee state line. Keeping our eye on these as they do come through. The only bad news is the radar site that we usually look at for these cells that come over across the Tennessee state line, across the Arkansas state line, we usually look at the radar site that's located up in Millington, you would think, right? Because it's a lot closer to these storms. It is down still this morning, so we're waiting for it to be put back up. So right now we have to look at this all the way from our radar site in Columbus. So not a great view of it this morning, but we do know is rain is coming across the Mississippi River and going to be impacting South Haven, Hernando, crossing over 55 as we head over the next 20 minutes. That's the main batch of rain I'm dealing with this morning. Again, the rest of us dealing with this fog. Take a look over in Blue Springs. You can see that patchy dense fog in the distance, especially in this camera, looking at 9 and 22, and you can see it in the other cameras as well, but a little bit better view in that top left corner. Temperatures in the 60s still out there this morning, so still not a cold start by any means. Not everybody dealing with that patchy fog either, especially within your city limits. So I think the main places you need to be concerned with is when you're headed out in your neighborhoods. Once you get in those main city limits, we don't see fog set up as easily. You can see that over in Columbus, all of those cameras looking good, and temperatures in the low 60s there as well. One more look before we get into a little bit of a different forecast, showing you more of those rain chances today. In Fulton, still not seeing too bad of conditions out there on 25 and 22. So that's why we say patchy dense fog. Okay, not every single place dealing with that, but those who are really getting it. So make sure to keep your beams on low and take it slow out there this morning if you do run into that patchy dense fog. Temperatures right now in the 60s across the board, some 50s out there like over in Holly Springs and New Albany. Most of us in the 60s, 61 in Houston, 60 in Bruce, 61 in Water Valley, even middle 60s to near 70 from Greenwood over into Cleveland. For your day ahead, rain chances will be the story and remain there as we head throughout your day. Scattered in nature, so not widespread rainfall, and some folks have a little bit better chance than others. We'll talk about who in just a minute, but temperatures in the 70s as we head into your afternoon, 72 at 10, upper 70s yet again today. We hit 80 yesterday. It definitely was warm. If you were stepping out yesterday afternoon, you could feel how warm it was. You're like, this isn't right. This is November. It's going to be warm today as well with a lot of clouds, just like yesterday. A little bit touch cooler with temperature staying in the 70s, but still the upper 70s. We'll get back into the 60s as we head 7 o'clock and on. Let me show you an overall picture of what we're dealing with today. A stalled front is still sitting in our area. This is going to be the catalyst for a few showers and storms kind of riding along it. And as storms do, they are going to pass through our area. So the closer you are to this stalled boundary, the more likely you are of seeing a spot shower or two. So that means folks up in most northern Mississippi, I'm talking folks closer to that Tennessee state line, better off of seeing a spot shower storm or two going all the way between now into your afternoon as these just kind of ride along that front there. That front's going to be lifting off to the north out there for Friday, and Friday is going to be seeing even more rain chances. We're looking at showers and storms even ahead of that main system as it comes throughout your afternoon. So got any plans, I just encourage you to keep the rain gear handy as these will be kind of on and off, and then that main line will actually push through overnight into your early Saturday morning, causing some more rain chances out there for Saturday before that really moves off, and we should be clearing as we head into the back half of our Saturday. So that's some good news. Not all day rain chances out there. Coming up next, we'll take it more hour by hour out there through your day today and your day on Friday. So if you got any questions about Friday Night Football, will this impact it? I'll be taking you more of an hour by hour approach. And of course, we'll look at that overall game day high school football forecast as well. And a look at your 7-day. It's all coming up right after this.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggye McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the Room to Room Weather Center. Still tracking rain out there this morning. Thanks as always for starting off your morning here with Mississippi Live Weather. Still tracking rain that's crossing over the Mississippi River right now. So I'm talking about folks in northwest Mississippi, not necessarily northeast Mississippi. But you can see that heavy rain that just passed through places like Tunica, now stretching into DeSoto and Tate County this morning. So again, I'm talking about folks that are closer to the Tennessee and Arkansas state line out there this morning, tracking some heavy rainfall out there for you that should continue as we head over the next hour ahead. So if you are planning on getting out and about this morning, maybe you're watching us from Coldwater, Santobia, Como, Sardis, and Batesville, you're going to be heading up at 55 into Memphis. You're going to be getting a wet ride this morning the closer you get to the Tennessee state line. And let's be honest, we all know how the roadways get the closer you get to the Tennessee state line when there's rain ongoing. So I would go ahead and pack a few more minutes out there to your travel time. That's the main batch of rain we're dealing with, kind of on the three corners of all of those state lines. Zooming out and showing you the overall picture of what we're looking at this morning, most of North Mississippi, at least Northeast Mississippi, is starting off on a dry note. So I want to show you that. Don't want you to get a false picture of what's going on. Most of Northeast Mississippi is starting off dry, but very cloudy. Take a look at this cloud cover making it all the way down to the ground for some visibility concerns. This is a live look over in Lee County, Tupelo. I show you, or I tell you where that is because you obviously cannot tell. Take a look at this, just straight fog out there in that camera over in Tupelo. So definitely seeing some patchy dense fog setting up there. Same story in our view over in Macon, Mississippi as well. You can kind of see the ground there stretching out. As yesterday, if you noticed, we could see actually some livestock, some cows and horses right there. Can't see them today, can barely see the roadway. So that's how you know some patchy dense fog is set up across the area. Temperatures in the 50s and low 60s out there this morning. Just be careful as you're headed out on the roadways. Here's a live look at your airport delays this morning. Not tracking much region-wide, even with these showers and storms beginning to push through places like Little Rock, Dallas, Fort Worth, eventually into Shreveport. Not looking at any delays in those airports. Still, the only one we're tracking is all the way down in Houston. Sticking here in North Mississippi, temperature is going to be getting into the 60s this morning, eventually into the 70s, and yeah, rain chances are going to be sticking around. As we head into your day ahead, yes, temperatures in the 70s, and some of us still near 80 today. The further south that you go, the more those 80s do return. 80 in Eupora, 80 in Starkville, 81 in Columbus, 81 in Macon, 80 in Amory, 78 in Lee County. 70s the further north that you go. You can kind of see that difference between Senatobia and Hamilton, Alabama, and north. This is because this is the main area that we're going to be dealing with rain on and off throughout your morning, keeping them a little bit cooler than everybody else. High temperatures over your next 7 days are going to continue to take a stair step downwards slowly, but they are getting there. Middle 70s on Friday and Saturday. We'll take it back to near 70 Sunday into Tuesday, which is still about 10 degrees below or above where we should be. I wanted to show you this because take a look at Thanksgiving. Did you see that? Cooler air. Yep, finally showing up. In our 7-day forecast, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 60s on Wednesday. Cool air filters in by the end of the week where we could only see highs in the 50s. So definitely some chilly air going to be filtering in as we head Thanksgiving and on. Just want to give you a preview of that before we talk about your overall rain chance today. Now through noon, still going to be dealing with these ongoing shower and storm activity kind of crossing over the Mississippi River as we head now all the way through noon, kind of setting up in the same area. These are going to continue to slide to the east. So watch as I progress this. They become a little bit less out there as they move into North Mississippi, but they still slide just to the east, covering Oxford, Boonville, all the way over into Red Bay and north of that. So this area most likely to see some rain out there today than the rest of us. Still going to be seeing some spotty showers ongoing even throughout your evening hour. So got any Thursday plans? Just overall kind of soggy day, especially the further north that you go. Going into the evening, things do start to dry out a little bit before we shift into Friday. Here's a look at Friday morning. Could see a few showers out the door, but we'll really watch that activity start to uptick as we head noon and on. So I'm thinking once it starts to warm up on Friday noon into your afternoon, we're going to be tracking out a few spot showers out there that could be on the stronger side at times. Look at that. Do you see those scattered showers all the way noon through your 7 o'clock hour, just kind of popping up where they will throughout North Mississippi? So we're going to be tracking those out. This could impact your Friday night football games. Now, I say could because they're very spotty in nature. We're not looking at widespread rain coming into the picture for those Friday night football games, and we're really watching that as we head into your 11 o'clock hour. So spotty showers ongoing throughout those Friday night football games. I encourage you to have the rain gear handy just in case you get under one of those. But this widespread batch of showers and storms doesn't come into play until we head 10, 11 o'clock, stretching from Corinth, Boonville, New Albany, Water Valley, all the way down to Greenwood and Greenville out there for your Friday evening. So again, that's going to be pushing through into the overnight hours, and that's good news for those high school football games because at least we're not expecting widespread rain, right? could get rainier conditions the further on you do get into those games. Temperatures near 70 by pregame times, temperatures in the 60s as we add halftime and then into those final snaps of the game. So if you're going, yeah, keep the umbrella or maybe the poncho handy. Mainly dry weekend ahead as that front does clear out into the overnight hours of your Saturday. Maybe a few showers hanging on for Saturday morning, but by the time we head into the evening, we're looking at clear conditions back into play and a northerly wind as well. Not making it too cold out there, but at least not 80 degrees, right? Middle 70s out there for your Saturday, near 70 for Sunday. Slight rain chances out there for your Saturday. We drop them by Sunday, and winds turn to the north. Temperatures go back to near 70 into the 60s for some, so feeling a little bit more like fall, at least for the back half of your weekend. How much rain could we see from this system once it's all said and done? Not a whole lot, but anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch is expected across North Mississippi. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 78 today, the warmest of the next 7 days is for your day today, so enjoy the warm weather if you like it. We're in the middle 70s today or tomorrow and your Saturday. We drop it back to 70 on Sunday. And then after Friday, we're going to be turning our attention to the start of our next work week with another widespread rain chance Monday into Tuesday. Right now, it's looking like the overnight hours of Monday into early Tuesday going to be the best chance for some widespread rain out there. So that's our next system we're going to be watching. That's going to be dragging some more cooler air behind it. Take a look at temperatures on your Wednesday back into the 60s. So yeah, cooler air is coming just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday. So you'll have to keep tuning in with us as we get closer to time and timing out your next rain chance and that cooler air. Make sure to tune in with us again this morning. We'll be live at 7 and 7:30. So coming up in the next 15 minutes with everything you need to know, we'll look at an update on that visibility map and see if that dense fog has made any progress downward. All of that coming up at 7.
Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.